This Scorpio full moon is going to bring us massive, powerful energy. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Monae, and this is a space where we talk about law of attraction, self-development, or anything along the lines of being self-fulfilled. How are you guys doing today? I am feeling so vibrant. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Scorpio full moon and what that will do for you, what things are going to be coming up. But before we get started, I would really appreciate it if you guys follow me on my Instagram. On that platform, I'm able to engage with you guys. I have so many cool things going on that platform. I also have a podcast. So you will be able to have a link to all of my cool projects that I have going on for you guys through my Instagram. And also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this YouTube channel because we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I am so happy and excited, and once we reach 1,000 subscribers, I am going to have a cash prize giveaway. So if my videos really do resonate with you, I would really appreciate it if you sent it to your family and your friends. You are excited to hear about the full moon in Scorpio. What is that energy going to bring into your life? Then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so in today's video we are going to be talking about the full moon coming in Scorpio on May 7th of 2020. So if you guys are in the East Coast in the United States of America, this moon is going to overshadow us from about 6:45 in the morning. And so the moon is actually in Scorpio, meaning that it's going to be at a 70 degree, and also our sun is also 17 degrees in Taurus. So what does that mean for us? With the sun being 17 degrees at Taurus and the moon being 17 degrees at Scorpio, that energy is going to bring more balance and harmony into our lives. In my last video, I talked to you guys a little bit about mirror magic and using that as a self-acknowledgement tool, but this moon is going to bring to you ways that you are able to think and process of how far you've come into this life, how many self-transformations you've had, all the accomplishments you have overcome, and all of the pain that you've been through, and all of the resilience that you have gained through your life. This moon is absolutely going to allow you to dissect and really realize how far and how strong and how powerful of a person that you are. So with our moon being in Scorpio, also our Neptune is moving towards the end cycle in Pisces. So for us, that means we are going to be gaining more psychic abilities, and also we are dreaming more. We're dreaming more of the life that we desire. We are also thinking about how we want to communicate ourselves into the world. What is the way that we are going to narrate our story? With the moon in Scorpio and also Neptune in Pisces, that is going to allow us to be open to the idea of other events happening, other ways of us reaching enlightenment, other ways for us to create abundance in our lives. As I said previously, how are you narrating your life story? That energy is actually coming from the Pluto Retrograde and also the North Node being in Gemini. We are going to be figuring out ways, how are you speaking upon yourself? How are you telling other people about your life? How do you feel about yourself? This is a really big part of how we are narrating ourselves and how we can create the life of our dreams. So guys, as I said before earlier, in the Scorpio and in the moon and the Neptune in Pisces, with the shadow of that will bring to us having a non-unitive mindset, a mindset of, you know, there's a villain, you know, underdogs. We are not supposed to get caught up in the mindset of this is not happening for me. There has to be someone, or even myself, not doing the things I desire to do. Also with the shadow of moon and our Neptune, it's going to bring in some fear and paranoia, as like I had said, are the villain mindset and underdog mindset. When you are thinking in that way of fear and paranoia, you're not letting in love and life into your experience. You are actually harboring yourself from receiving the guidance that you need to receive. With that shadow, it's also going to bring a me versus them thinking mindset. And I think also that is not a good way to think about everything, because we are all one and we are all we. So it is never me against them, and it's really also never me against myself. But how can I cultivate, how can I create an energy of my life that will allow me to think prosperously and that will allow me to become more abundant in my thoughts versus thinking of lack and limitation. With our Scorpio full moon, it's going to be very powerful. It is also a super moon, and that moon is actually opposing Mercury. So that will bring up conversations as how are we going to communicate ourselves to the world? How are we inspired to communicate? Are we coming from an open place, forgiving place, you know, a place of release almost? But also the main key is to make sure that you are communicating yourself in a way with love and compassion. The natural energy of a full moon is about releasing and transformation, because you are basically at the full peak. You're at like the top of the bottle almost in your like soda can, right? And with all of this going on, can you imagine the soda can also with Pluto retrograde going on? It's kind of being shaken up all this time throughout the whole Pluto being in retrograde, and your emotions are kind of just being bottled up and shaken. And this moon is actually going to expel that bottle. It's going to have an eruption of your emotions. When you're witnessing pain and distortion in your life, you have to come from a place of compassion for yourself, because things won't actually be so heavy and won't seem so scary as long as we are calm and also excited for what this is going to bring to us in our experience. Because when you are thinking in a unitive, loving, and self-compassionate way, transformation is not scary. Transformation is, it's more hopeful and exciting energy, because you know this transformation is going to bring in new positive energy into your life. A question that is coming up with this full moon I would really like to ask you is, how would my life look like if I entered the world with full compassion and forgiveness for myself? That is very powerful, because you are going to be able to reach people, because there is a direct link to how you present yourself in the world to your self-compassion journey. So this full moon is also allowing us to have more self-compassion for ourselves, to also come from a place of love and abundance, and knowing that we are in a transformation and that we are going to get to where we have to go. Even if we can't see that light right now, we have to know that it still exists within us and in our journeys and in our paths. But this full moon, I really want you guys to take care of yourselves, really have loving energy for you, really think about all of the things you have come through, and also know that in this time period of distortion and in this time period of confusion, know that this is opening up the way, because the same place that you find unhappy or that you are trying to overcome an addiction, and when I say an addiction, I'm not necessarily meaning drugs, alcohol, or sex, of those things, but the addiction to procrastination, the addiction to self-sabotaging, the addiction to self-doubt. This is a time to really think about all of those things and how you want to narrate yourself in a new way. How do you want to put yourself out to the world if you have full forgiveness for yourself and also full compassion for yourself? So this is the time to really set forth the love that you have for yourself, grow more self-love in your life, because there is a direct link to the self-love that you have within yourself, the love that life will show you, and I am a really big believer in that. And in today's video, I really just wanted to share with you guys some cool things about this full moon that you can do. I also think that with full moons, it's a really big time of release, so it doesn't necessarily matter what moon the sign is in, but also write down on a list the things you want to release and let go. I have a full playlist on my channel about moon rituals. They are all one and the same, but as I had said also, even though the techniques are the same, the reasoning and the release is different for each specific full moon. So write out a list of things you want to release and let go with love in your life. Release it and let it go with love, you know, just send love that way. And burn it. Make sure that you burn it outside tonight if you'd like. Also make sure you have your crystals out so that they could be recharged. You can have it out during the day. You can also have it out tonight. Also know that this moon energy lasts 3 days before and 3 days after. So even when you are watching this film, if the moon has passed, it still is prevalent with the energy that is residing here with us right now. Have more self-compassion for yourself. Know that ups and downs are going to happen in our life, but is with impermanence that change is always going to be constant. Change is always happening, and you just have to go with the flow in a very loving and surrender, you know, surrender to the universe, surrender to our highest source, and surrender to the moon. It is feminine energy. It is definitely a lot of water energy this month, so make sure that you are really nurturing to yourself. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I really hope you have a happy full moon experience, and I am so excited to see you in the next video. I continue to send love, light, and grace to you, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.